Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Mohammed Al-Dabbag from Nabu Research Academy. Today in this video we are going to talk about methodology, result, finding and discussion. In the beginning there is a question that one of our friend asked for the last video. So the question is, he said if he do filtering then he got the 50 papers, okay? Then he should read all the 50 papers, like all the paper from the first page to the last page, or he read only the abstract, introduction and conclusion. So in fact he should read it all, okay, because this is the paper that so relate to his work or so relate to your work, and you have to read it all, okay? So the abstract, introduction and conclusion is only to do the filtering. Okay, let's say you have a huge number of articles and you need to filter it. So in order to filter these papers you need to read abstract, introduction and conclusion. Okay, now we go back to our slide. Methodology, methodology, result, finding and discussion. So in the beginning we need to know what's the use of the methodology. Okay, this is related to the problem statement. So we go back for the same question or for the same main problem that we put in the last video. So we said the main problem, it's I don't have money. Okay, so in order to solve this issue I need to ask myself question, how to get the money? Or I can ask my question another question, I need to ask myself another question, like how to get a job, because if I got a job then I will get salary, after that I will have money. So here I ask myself question about how to solve it, like how to solve this issue, how to solve the issue that I don't have money. Okay, so here will be the research question will be how to get a job, okay, and then we will have research objective. Okay, mean I want to answer this question, how to get a job, by achieving the three objectives that I have. Objective number 1, to make a CV. Objective number 2, to apply for a job, and the last objective is to do interview. So if I achieve these three objectives, that means I got a job, so I answer the question, then I solve the problem of the research. Okay, so here the research is all related, like the problem related with the question, related with the objective, and the objective is related with the methodology, because the methodology is the method to solve the problem or the way to achieve the research objective. If I achieve the research objective, that means I solve the problem of the study. Okay, so this is the methodology, the step or the way to solve the problem, the way to achieve the research objective. Okay, so if I ask myself question, what is the best method to my paper? Okay, so the best method to your paper is depend on your area. Let's say you are using quantitative or qualitative research, and here down you can, this is the book that I follow in my study, Research Methods for Business, a skill building approach, okay, for Sukran and Boogie. You can get it for free on the internet, but this will be an old edition. Okay, now I will show you example. If we go back, this is example for our study. This is a survey paper or this is a systematic review paper. So here there is no data. The result is analyzing the previous study. Okay, so he take the previous study and he find the issue. He take the previous study, he find the gap, and he take the previous study, he find the table, see like this table, the research issue, and so on. So he just make reviewing about the previous research that the others did. This is one of the way of the method. And we have another way, is the qualitative research. You can see this is the paper. Okay, this is about electronic information sharing, the topic that I did study. Okay, if we go to the methodology, he write for research methodology, and he mentioned that qualitative case study approach is used to test the proposed framework. Okay, so he has a framework and he will test the framework by using the qualitative approach or qualitative methodology. Another example here is this another article, use a quantitative. How you know this quantitative? You see there are many, they distribute the questionnaire, the data collection for 378 agencies. So it's quantity. So because of that is quantitative research. Okay. Now to our slide. The book is really helpful. You can get it from the internet. And here, this is the main methodology. There are more, but this is the two main methodologies. And also there are many types inside each one. Okay. So here is the result. The result is when you analyze the primary data or when you analyze the secondary data. The secondary data, like the data that you get from the previous study, same like the article, this article. So here the author, he analyzed the previous study. He just he did a review or he did a general survey about the previous work. But if you analyze the primary data, the data that you take from the interview and the data that you take from the questionnaire. So here, if you take the data from the interview, this is the qualitative study, same like this study, qualitative study. The author did interview in order to get the data, then he analyzed the data. And the second one, the secondary data, by getting the qualitative, like he did the questionnaire and he distribute the questionnaire and they get answer from 378. That means quantity, not quality. Quantity, many. The author distribute many questionnaires. Then they analyze by using, if we can see the tool here, I think by using BLS. Okay. So here the two different results that they got. Okay, so the result is just you get the data and you analyze. This is the result. Okay. So the finding is after you analyze your data, what you find. Okay, let's say for example, it's just a general example. Let's say you have a class and there is only 5 male students and 25 female students. Then what you find from this analyzed data, like you can find, okay, let's say if I find from this data that the female are more interesting to attend the class, or the female are more interesting to get knowledge more than the male. Because of that, the number of the female is higher than the number of male. Or another author, he can say that's mean the male, they are willing to go to do business rather than like study in the university. Okay, so this is the finding, depend on what you got, what's your explanation about your result. The discussion is how your finding can solve your problem. Okay, let's say you get the result, then you do the finding, then you get the finding number 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So how this finding can be related with your problem statement, how this finding can solve your problem, and how this finding can be useful for your study. Okay, so this is the discussion. So the tip of today, you have to think and rethink when you write the result, when you write the finding, and also when you write the discussion. Okay, because here you need to think in order to understand your result. Then you find from this result, you have to write from this result, and should be from your thinking. And also you make a discussion how this finding can solve your problem, how this finding can make different in your research. Okay, this is really important. Question and answer. Please write the question in the comment on the YouTube or Facebook if you have any question, and please put like if you like the video and subscribe our channel. Thank you and see you next week.